All right, here in Sydney with Tim Tszyu. Tim, it's the first time we've caught up since a disappointing loss for yourself. How do you sort of reflect on that fight?
On the fight, shit happens. That's all I can really say. Shit happens. I got caught early, wasn't able to recover. In my head, it wasn't about winning anymore, I think. It was about just getting up and showing who I am. And that's all I kept doing, is just kept getting up.
What was the game plan going in to the fight?
The game plan for me was just to box smarter first, and then slowly break him down in the later rounds. I wasn't able to show that. I wasn't able to prove that. I think I came out and got caught too early. It was round two, early round two. You couldn't really show much boxing skills.
Yeah, was it anything surprise you from him in there? Was he more skillful than you thought, or just hard to tell?
It's hard to say because you just got caught early. It's boxing. Like, for example, when me and Ocampo fought, Ocampo and Fundora had a 12-round slugfest. Well, when I fought Ocampo, it was just one round. And these things happen. It's boxing. You get hit when you're nice and cold, and that's it. You're shook and you can't get your legs together. Everything's throbbing. You can't think anymore, and it was just a different feeling that I've ever had.
About during the week, you seemed extremely confident. You had to do a lot of the media, a lot of the build-up. Did you feel any extra weight on your shoulders during the week, or?
I felt unbelievable in every way possible. Physically, mentally, emotionally, everything was on point. No excuses in terms of that. I did it. It's not like I got outclassed. I just got hit by a bomb, and for me it was just like survive. Yeah.
You kept getting up and you kept coming. What did you make of the stoppage? Were you happy with the stoppage?
I haven't rewatched it. I wouldn't really know. But I remember when I got hit with the first shot, it was something that I'd never felt before. Don't know if it was what it was exactly, but afterwards it just felt like bombs were getting in my head. I was just getting bombs exploding non-stop. And in my head it was not about winning anymore. It was about, this guy's gonna have to kill me to get me out of here. No matter what, I was always gonna get up from the 10 count, and that's what I kept doing. You put me down, I get back up. You put me down, I get back up. And that's the mentality that I have, no matter what. Never give up. Always get up, no matter what life throws at you.
You saw your dad there during the week. How do you reflect on his presence? What did he say to you after the fight?
Look, we haven't had much discussion about the fight. He's coming back here to Australia soon, so we're going to get some work in, hopefully then. But yeah, it was a good vibe here. I enjoyed Orlando, except for the result. It was a good vibe. I felt in good spirits. I'm just not happy with the way things played out.
Before the fight, you mentioned perhaps moving to the States and setting up camp there. Do you still have those same ambitions?
To a certain extent. I'm still going to reach for the stars no matter what. Nothing's going to stop me. But coming back here to Australia, being with Aussies, breathing the fresh air, going to the beach, being at home with my family, with my loved ones, with my dog, at home, driving my own cars. It's the little things you start missing, and you don't realise until you're actually home and you start appreciating all this stuff. Having your own coffee in Australia, all this plays such a big part. And I went to America for one mission, and sometimes it doesn't work out, but you move on, you regroup, and you become better. And I'm just enjoying Australia at the moment. I'm not thinking about America.
There's been a lot of critics saying perhaps you need to make some changes in your team. Have you seen those comments? What do you make of that sort of rhetoric?
People are going to say whatever they want to say, you know. There's a lot of critics out there and a lot of people that don't know what the hell they're talking about, and that's the thing about this sport. So people can say what they want. Everyone's got an opinion, so whatever, let them speak.
2025, what's that look like for you ideally? Where do you want to be? Big fights back here, fights in the States?
Yeah.
What's it look like?
Look, I really want to come back to Australia. I want to have an old school camp back in Oz from where I started, and fight in front of Aussie fans and be able to, you know, I sort of went all in and left. But I want to come back to Oz and feel that feeling. I remember when we were here for the Tony Harrison weigh-in, and this place was crazy. And I want that feeling again, because I left it and I went to chase for the stars. I want to feel this again and then go back on my dream and chasing for the stars. So one comeback against a tough opponent here in Australia, and then we'll see what happens. Hopefully there's going to be plenty of opportunities.
Still so much more to achieve in your career. Do you ever sit back and go, I had a great year? You know, you mentioned before your headline in Las Vegas. You had the first show on Amazon, free to air.
Yeah.
Do you ever sort of look back and reflect?
Yeah, of course. All of that stuff is great, but the greatest gift I have is family, and being in Australia, and I value that much more than my boxing stuff.
Personal note, marriage soon. You're looking forward to that? Any second thoughts?
No, I'm very blessed with my partner. We've been together for 8 years now, so it was about time I tied the knot. And I've been going all in this sport for such a long time. I've been married to this sport for such a long time that first time in my life, I've said, you know what? I'm going to put my missus first. So that's what it is.
Last one, Nikita. Where is he?
I'm going to interview you and ask you, where is he?
Asking everyone.
He's I think he's training. He's on his own little journey, but he's back training. I think he's still having a few hand problems. But we'll see what happens with Nikita.
Big fights for him next year. Brock Jarvis has been thrown about. What have you made of Nikita's evolution so far?
Yeah, he's heavy hands. He's got a good work ethic, and he's got a target on him, and he needs to feel that target and get on the hard grind and take them all out.
Beauty. Thanks so much, man.
Nah, easy, man.
You been in the gym much, or you been?
Yeah. I still stick in the gym. So, look, it's part of my everyday type of life, you know. So I'm always doing something.
How was the debrief from the last fight? What were the sort of lessons learned?
Look, the lesson learned was I got caught early. You know, I got caught early. Maybe I came in too reckless. In terms of preparation, I was in unbelievable shape, and what I felt was like a superhuman feeling, and the fact that I didn't get to showcase what I worked on for, again, years and years of hard work, and the fact that, you know, boxing's so unexpected. It comes early, you know. It's not like it was a close fight and he got me in the end. It was round 2, he caught me. I didn't get to showcase myself, and it is what it is. It's boxing. If you're willing to take anyone on, you gotta expect the consequences. So this just comes with the sport.
What do you mean by reckless in the build-up?
I guess I don't know what I got hit with, but I think it was a left hook or something like that. But yeah, I guess I didn't see it coming, and it was the first shot that I just never really recovered. I've never had that feeling. I remember. Couldn't feel my legs, but in my head I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get up no matter what, or fight on until the end. It was kill or be killed.
Anything surprise you from him in there?
It rattled me. You know, the shot rattled me. I guess I don't think the fight went long enough for me to say, oh wow, this guy's got skills. Oh wow, he's got. The only thing that surprised me was that he got me real early, and that's all it took, you know. It's quite simple.
Tim, what did you learn about yourself after that fight?
I still feel like I'm a superhuman. At the end of the day, I still feel like I belong at the top level. The loss was to a world champion, you know, someone that's not no bum. I think the expectation is that people just think that because of my performances and what I've done, that I'm supposed to just annihilate everyone. But when you take on the very, very best in the divisions, you're going to expect to get here, you know. And honestly, man, it was just one shot. And the thing I learned about myself was, no matter what, I still get up. You know, even if I'm hurt, it's kill or be killed. Yeah.
Have you watched it back?
Nah.
Plan to or not?
You know, I've never watched my dad's fight, the Ricky Hatton fight, back. I've never watched the Fundora fight back. So I'm not really expecting to watch this one back either. It's one of the, it's just I don't know, it's not a feeling I want to relive again. I sort of just brush it on the past and move on to the present and the future.
So when do you want to fight again? When do you want to fight again? What's the future looking like?
I'm getting married, so that's my number one priority right now. There's no such thing as juggling marriage and a boxing training camp for me. So I'm going to do that, some personal things, and then the show goes on. The world titles will come. I'll be back fighting under the biggest and brightest lights possible. In all honesty, when I reflect and I look back at the year, I got to fight at T-Mobile Arena. I got to fight in the biggest stages of them all. So, and I improved as a fighter. You know, if it didn't go past, if it went past 3 rounds, I guess I could have showed myself. But that's on to the next.
You happy in the weight division? Was there talk maybe jumping up the division?
We'll see. We'll see what the future brings. Right now, I'm at 154. I think there's still big fights to be made at 154, and I'm still going to chase the big boys out there. So it doesn't really matter.
Talk about Zarafa, is there any chance?
Nah, don't mention that name. Nah, look, I've always been an international fighter. I do want to come back to Australia, but that man doesn't deserve to be on this type of stage, so let him dwell.
Beautiful.
Done?
Good on you, Tim.